Good. Now, when we click here on that button, we have the possibility to create a new gig. And this is what we do now. At least we do a little example. When you come to this side here, first thing you do is you create a title, a gig title. And Fiverr also recommends a very short title. For example, I will create an stunning, a stunning AI influencer. Could use something like that. Or I also recommend you to use ChatGPT and let ChatGPT write you a nice catchy name for your Fiverr gig. This would totally be possible. Then you have to select a category, for example, graphics and design, and a subcategory. And I use most of the time AI artists. But of course, it doesn't matter that much in which category you are offering your services. The most important is the title. Good. Then we select the service type and I select here image generation. And afterwards, we have to select which platform we use to create our images. In our case, this would be Stable Diffusion. Good. Expertise. Now we have to select how much expertise we have in particular fields. And in that case, I would just go with character design and illustration with portraits. Yes, that fits perfectly for an AI influencer. Then we go down here and we have to select positive keywords. Here I would go with AI influencer, AI model, digital model, and stable diffusion. Good. But feel free to use others as well. This is just a little example. And if you have a Fiverr Plus account, you can also work with negative keywords. This would mean that you can exclude some keywords. For example, if somebody's searching for AI videos and you don't offer AI videos, your gig doesn't show up. But this just as a side note. Good. Then we click Save and Continue. And on the next side, it's about the pricing. And here in the pricing section, you have the possibility to either offer just one package or you can offer several packages. And I highly recommend you to offer several packages because it gives the buyer the opportunity to select between different services that fit best to his or her personal needs. And then you have to give a name, a little description, the delivery time, number of images, if there are upscaled variations included. Prompt creation is like a default, so you always have to deliver the prompts. But in my personal experience, I can tell you that most people never actually ask about the prompts. They don't want to see them because they don't create the images on their own. They just want to have the images. Good, then here we have other features we can also take or take out, like image upscaling, image editing, and so on. In my personal experience, this is not so important. The most important thing is the title, the description, the price, and the images in your gallery. Good, this is another important point. Revisions. How many revisions do you want to include? I always go with one revision because this gives the client the opportunity to make some changes. So I send my first delivery. Afterwards, the client has the opportunity to say, for example, I want this or that to be changed. And then I do that and then I deliver again. And that's the final delivery. And then we can select the price for each package. And yeah, we already saw earlier classical prices around $20, $25 per image. But go to the website and check out the market prices and decide what works best for you. Good. You can also add extra services like extra fast delivery or additional revisions and so on, or extra images. So you can fully customize the whole thing to your personal needs. But again, in my personal opinion, all of that is not that important because most of the time people just go with your standard packages, or they ask for a custom offer, and you can also in the communication chat area of that platform just send them a custom offer, and you can write whatever you want into that custom offer. Good. We don't go to every aspect here. We just save that and we continue. Oh, we actually can't do that, but we have to fill out first up here this little package area. I will just do that and then I come back to you so we can see all the areas how we can set up a gig. Good. I filled out the pricing just with some examples. For example, I create 1 AI image, or I create 5 AI images, or I create 10 AI images. So this is just an example that we can go on here on the platform, and I can show you the rest, how you can create a gig here on Fiverr. Good. Now there's space for the description and you can describe your gig. And I recommend you to really take your time to write a nice text in here. You have 1,200 characters, so take your time to write a nice description. Again, we will just write in something here so that we can go through the whole process. Good. I just filled out the box with some text, random text, to be able to keep going and to show you the rest of this process. Good. Now there's another important feature here in the requirements section. You can basically make the client answer some questions regarding the requirements. And this is quite useful because before the client places the order, he has to fill out these questions so you can make sure you have all the information you need. So I recommend you to add all the questions here that are of importance for you to get the job done. And the minimum is here 1 question we have to answer. So we, for example, could say, what is the most important aspect for you? This is a quite general question, but you get the idea. And then you can add more questions and you can make the client answer all of them before he's able to place an order. Good. Now we're here at the last point, the gallery. And the gallery is also very, very important. You have the possibility to upload 3 different images here. And the first one you upload is the main image. So the one people see when scrolling through Fiverr. So make sure that the first image is actually the most important and the best one. On that image, you can't show too much nudity. So if you, for example, create AI influencers, make sure that they are not too naked and dress them a little bit, because otherwise Fiverr won't allow it. You also have the possibility to post a video. You could, for example, use CapCut and then make a sample of many images you created and create a little video showing AI images you created. So this is also a good opportunity to show the client in a short period of time what you're actually capable of doing. And then you can also upload documents, for example, case studies or PDFs with works you already did. Afterwards, you have to declare that is all your material. You hit save and continue, and afterwards you can publish the gig. I won't do that now because I just wanted to show you how the process works in general, and I think you get the idea. I recommend you to go to other creators and just check out what they are writing, how are the prices, how they call their packages, and what do they write into the description. Because by that you make sure that you have a decent and nice profile, and I highly recommend you to also include things that are special to you or to your work, to make sure that your gig is unique and that is really representing your personality and your work.